mic. Evening, everyone. How you doing? Hey, Apollo.
Hello.
Hey, Fallen.
Hey.
How's everyone doing? So tonight is PAX South wrap-up, and Kira and Dan decided that we were going to do it on my channel because this is actually my birthday.
Yay!
So we are celebrating my birthday. Everyone say happy birthday to the great Fuzzy Ray, as Dan needs to turn his audio off.
I'm sorry, I'm tired.
This guy.
I'm horrible. I'm horrible at this.
Hey, Fal, how you doing?
The only thing.
Minecrafting Dad.
Oh,
Follow.
gosh. Are we
Hey,
singing
quick.
to you?
You totally deserve that.
Are we singing to you?
If you sing to me, you're going to have to sit in the chair and you're going to have to do your special birthday song that you do on your stream.
Can't I just do it on your bed?
That
Well,
sounded
that's
so
what
lewd.
she said.
That sounded so lewd.
That was
I am a mature
fantastic. Can I just do it on
I
your
am a mature channel, though, so...
Oh,
see,
yeah.
It was perfect.
Uncomfortable Dan.
Oh, God.
Dan.
Alright.
No, I won't sing. I already was singing earlier. Like, Dan, shut up. Like, Dan, the microphone's muted. I'm like, it's Fuzzy Ray's channel.
Okay. Can I sing to you?
Yes, you can sing to me.
Happy, happy birthday to you. A do. Happy birthday to you. You're good to grow, so count your candles and blow. Happy birthday to you. To you. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday to you. Hey! Oh, my God!
Kiraeyl, oh my gosh! You're such a noob. You just keep doing that.
I'm going to sing it twice to you.
Oh.
Okay, I'm done.
Kiraeyl, gosh.
Actually, I'm really great at that.
She is.
I'm not good at that song.
So, Apollo, am I celebrating my 21st birthday? I wish. But
It's always your 21st birthday.
it's been a while since my last 21st birthday, unfortunately. With this balding head and graying beard, it's kind of hard to say I'm 21 anymore. But I'll go for 30.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go for 30.
Okay. I mean, 21 is pretty reasonable, though.
Yeah, I agree. So anyhow, you're not all here just to hear Kira sing happy birthday, even though it was very awesome.
Aww.
You're here to hear all about PAX and PAX South. So the first thing we're going to talk about is what our first thoughts were of PAX. So this is actually my first gaming convention. It's not my first con. I've been to multiple professional conventions as part of my job. So I kind of had an expectation of how a convention was run and what was going to be like, and those were pretty accurate. There's lots of lines. You stand a lot. My body hurts like heck. By the end of the day, I get grumpy. People get grumpy back at me, but, that's to be expected. But as far as PAX goes, so one thing I'll say is there was actually a lot less cosplay than I expected. I expected there to be more. Now, that's not to say there was not cosplay. There was quite a bit, but I truly actually expected there to be a little bit more than what I did see. Second thing is the expo hall itself was very nice, but I did quickly realize that I'm a very picky gamer, in that literally none of the games that were being played on the expo hall interested me. They were not my type of game to play. There were some that looked cute, looked interesting, but they're not the type of genre that I would normally play. So I did find that interesting. It did mean I didn't have to stand in long lines, though, because it's like, okay, whatever, not interested. But, beyond the expo hall, you have the panels. I would say for the most part, the panels were what I expected. I'll talk about the panels specifically a little bit later. But my first thoughts overall is that it is a very well-run convention, and I definitely will be coming back to PAX South probably on a yearly basis. I don't know about going to the other PAXs, because of the expense The other issue I have with the other PAXs is they are in locations that are not flat, and I have a bad hip. Honestly, just the 3 days here at PAX South on flat terrain took a lot out of me, but we'll see what's going on. So anyhow, Kira, what were your first thoughts?
My first thoughts was I was really excited to be back and to see everybody again. And I don't know, I was kind of like interested to see what had changed from last year to this year because it being the second convention, like the second PAX South.
Right.
So it was actually really cool, to get that kind of perspective because I don't know, it was kind of cool to think about that. And then my first thought was how freaking awesome my hotel room was, the balcony.
Yeah.
And then my second thought was I'm going to die falling over this balcony. And then the third thought was, dang, the convention center is right there, and I could probably throw something at it and it hit the ceiling. So it was really close. It was actually really, really nice. And I going to PAX Prime and TwitchCon and then coming back here, it makes me appreciate this con a whole heck of a lot more because it's smaller and everything is so close together. So I don't know. I can probably go on and on about thoughts and stuff, but I'm gonna let Dan do his initial thoughts.
Yep. So I'm gonna scoot over so that I'm not blocking Dan now.
Alright, so yeah, my first thoughts were, holy crap, I'm actually here. What the hell am I doing here? Because I was not planning on coming, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, I'm going. And my second thoughts are, holy crap, I'm tired because I haven't slept in 24 hours, but alright, it's a convention. And then it was, I'm getting to go and do the things that I wanted to do, which are explore the expo hall, go to a couple actual panels this time. You go to some panels and sit in and listen, on a couple of things, and just try to find and meet the people that I was hoping to meet that were going to be here, to begin with, some of the other streamers and network and do all those things that I really wanted to do at this convention because it's a lot smaller, because it has everything compacted in a basically in an area. So I wanted to bug Waffle, yes, he wasn't even here, so I didn't actually hug Bacon. So. Although that will be a story for later. But I think as I went, it was so overwhelming just being back. Being grateful for being back was what made it so much more overwhelming for me, was that I didn't think I was going to get the opportunity to do this. And to be grateful for every little moment that came along throughout the whole day, meeting this person, doing that, just being excited for that type of stuff was what really got me through the day. So that was really kind of that's been the whole theme throughout this whole weekend for me. So.
Okay. So Precious Tova, you asked what I thought about TwitchCon. I would like to do TwitchCon. I have two problems with TwitchCon. One, it's San Francisco, and two, it's San Francisco. The first one is San Francisco is a very expensive place to visit and stay. And one of the key things that I did see with coming here is you want to be as close to the convention center as possible. And obviously the closer to the convention center you get, the more expensive the hotels get. The second thing with San Francisco is it is very hilly. And like I said, I have physical problems that, just walking around on the flat ground in San Antonio, I did not get to the convention floor today until noon. It wasn't because I slept in, it wasn't because of any of that, it was because I just hurt and could not move. And so I would like to do TwitchCon, but I'm really going to have to look at the finances. and figure out the whole physical stuff that I have going on as to whether it's going to be worth it. So that's my answer to TwitchCon. And Quick Chaos said that he was interested in the Indie Dev Hall. Honestly, that was where I did see the games that I thought were interesting for the most part. Quick.
Yeah, this particular this particular convention, the big AAA titles, last year and this year were not here. They make a choice to go to PAX East, and now whatever PAX West is, PAX Prime, PAX West, whatever they're going to call it, whatever they're calling it now, going forward now. But the AAA titles aren't here, so it's honestly for the medium and smaller size streamers. It's actually a chance to see more indie developers and indie games, places that are just and indie concepts as well. So it actually is a lot, because there are also less people, you have a better chance to have a conversation with them about their game and get their feedback and being able to network them for the future about being able to try out their game and all those types of things. So it's what makes the I'd say it probably makes this have a different feel from the other ones, in that it really does have that indie feel to a major convention. So.
Okay. So what's next on our topic list,
We're
Kira?
talking about the panels.
Okay, so the panels. I'll go ahead and go first. I actually went to 3 panels. I went to the Twitch Town Hall. Honestly, the Twitch Town Hall was a big disappointment for me. I'm not going to go into details, and I'm not going to badmouth Twitch, but the information that was given to the questions that was asked was very generic, corporate type of answers that I know damn well were not the truth, based off of being a mod for quite a few streamers. And so I was very disappointed in that, and honestly, if I come back next year, I probably won't go to the Twitch Town Hall, because I found it to be useless. And those are semi-harsh words, but that was my impression of that specific panel. Second one I went to was modding with Minecraft. You guys know that I'm the main mod pack developer for Vanilla Twist with Kiraeyl. So I actually know mods, I play modded, all that. Did I learn anything new at that panel? No. But it was a very good panel. It was very interesting. It was very awesome. One of the things that happened is near the end, this small girl, and I swear she could not have been older than 9 or 10, got up and said, "I'm developing mods and mod packs, and I want to know how you guys handle conflict IDs, different biomes. How do you handle the crash reports?" She just laid it all right out there. And Dan turned to me and says, "You know what? That's going to be the future king of gaming right there." It was awesome seeing these really young kids getting into technology. It was great. Now, the other reason I liked it is I got to fangirl. Got to be a fangirl because Direwolf was there, Slowpoke was there, and these are names that you may or may not know, but these are the guys that, have made modded Minecraft what it is. Lex Manos was there. Without Lex Manos, there would not be modded Minecraft as we know it. Because Lex is the guy that creates and maintains and builds Forge. And Forge is what's used by all the mods in order to make modded Minecraft work. So I got to fangirl some, and I really enjoyed that part. And I got, from that panel, I got to meet and talk to, several people on the FTB team, several people on the Curse team. I got to meet and talk to Direwolf, and it was good. I really enjoyed it. And then the final panel I went to was called Streaming 101, a 1-year business plan. Unfortunately, the panel was misnamed. It was not a business plan type of panel. It wasn't how to write a business plan. It wasn't how to go about doing a business plan. But it was still a very good panel because what it covered is for a new streamer, what do you need to look at in order to be a successful streamer, whether you intend to do it as a hobby, whether you intend to try to become full-time, etc. What do you do? How do you do it? Like that. They didn't go into a lot of details as it was jam-packed for 1 hour, but it was a very good panel and it did give a lot of information. So with that, I'll pass it on to Dan this time.
Oh,
Gosh. God.
suck it right there.
So
Wow.
I'll move out of.
That was the unhappy Kira face right there.
Okay, do we
Alright,
need to see the unhappy Kira face?
No, that.
There we go.
Eh.
Kinda.
All right, so did very similar panels. Got to Twitch Town Hall. Unicorn, or let's see. The takeaway from the Twitch Town Hall was fuzzy hearts and rainbows. That's pretty much all that's all I took away from it. The reason I go to the panels is different than the rest of the convention. Well, I don't say different than the rest of the convention, but it's like I go to these panels because I'm looking for stuff that's going to help me as a streamer, help me with gaming and broadcasting and all those types of things. So I go for specific, but 9/10 out of the stuff that's at the convention is not necessarily focused on that. It's more in gaming in general. So I don't go to the larger panels. I guess you'd say I don't go to the ones that are in the larger conventions that get streamed that often and stuff like that. I go to the smaller ones that are more niche specific. And the ones that we were able to get to were they did what they were supposed to do. They taught the ethics in streaming panel that we had, which has been sorely needed in this community for a long time, to talk about what are ethics, what are morals in streaming, what does that really mean, and how do you deal with that type of stuff as a streamer. It has a lot of areas to grow in. It's just, I think the panels that I went to show that there's a growing maturity amongst streamers to talk about these things in almost like an academic sense. So that was really neat to see, some sense of professionalism and stuff like that. And actually, those panels probably blew the Twitch Town Hall out of the water as far as detail and content and concrete things more than anything else. So I'll have plenty more thoughts on as I go, but that's just sort of my first reaction, I guess I'd say. So, Kira, would you like to share your thoughts?
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah. No. So I'm gonna probably just go through all my thoughts, period right here, and it's not gonna be long, I promise. So the first things first, I just want to say that ReadPop was freaking awesome because they provided interpreters for hard of hearing or deaf people, and that was super helpful because some people talk really fast, and some people talk really quiet even though they have a microphone, and then some people have a really low voice, like a bass voice, and you can't really understand them. So I want to I know they're not watching, and whatever, small fish in a large pond or whatever, but it was really cool for ReadPop to do that. I did go to a couple panels, and usually when I go to a convention I always miss them, but not this one. I actually went to more than 2 this time, and I have to say that the Twitch Town Hall was super disappointing because a lot of the questions that I had about, Twitch and the community and what they had in mind for streamers were asked during that town hall. So that means that, if I'm wondering the same thing as this guy's wondering, that's standing up at the microphone, then that means that there's a significant amount of people wondering about it. And so, that we need to know the information. And the information was just not there. And either they need to put somebody who knows the information on there, like, not just having Aurelian, Shannon, and Kyle, who did, I mean, they were fine, except they just didn't know. They need to put like a dev or an engineer or somebody who can explain why some of these things aren't happening, without breaking NDA. But hey, we got Twitch bags and we got a bracelet out of it. We may not have gotten a fan this time around, but it was pretty cool. Regardless, the other one, the ethics of live streaming, was probably one of the best panels that I went to. Actually, no, it was the best panel that I went to, and that one had Omid. And if you guys don't know who these people are, then I can put more information up later somewhere. But it had Omid leading this, and it had really big streamers like Elohim. Code Carnage was there. There was another guy there who I think he was like for a game.
He works for Origin PC.
Origin PC. And then we had Jessie Quill, who is also, she's a Twitch streamer, but she's now the PR person for Sandbox Strategies, which is really, really cool to see, her take over that position. And this was, I think, her first panel. Was this her first panel period to TalkCon?
I think that was her. I mean, I think she's done panels at other places.
Yeah, this is her first as
the PR person.
Yeah. And I have to say that was a really, really cool panel to go to, because I don't know, it was just really eye-opening to see them taking the time to relay what is good to do on Twitch, what's bad to do on Twitch, like how you want to present yourself, you don't want to get blacklisted, and this is how you can save yourself from getting blacklisted, and this is how you can talk to devs and work with them and everything else. It was really cool. And the last panel I went to was oh wait, I also went to the mobile.
That's right. I did go to that one too.
Yeah, you went to that one too.
Right.
The mobile
community. Yeah, thing.
Managing a community on mobile and console.
It was mobile gaming.
Mobile game. Yeah, it was focused on mobile gaming. Right?
Yeah, and that was super cool because this is for people that want to go into community management for for gaming company. I mean, for like gaming companies or whatever. And a lot of what was said in that one could be transferred over to so many aspects, like for streaming and for whatever else you want to do in your life. I mean, really, you can transfer over. So it was really cool to go to that one, and I thought that was a pretty good panel, although the ethics of live streaming was the best one.
Yeah.
And then the last one I went to was, oh shoot, I can't remember. Did I go to one? Yes. Who was in it?
I think there was one. Huh?
Was that it? Maybe that's it. Anyways, I thought the panels were pretty good. I was going to go to the fundraising one, and I'm just like, well, I just want to be on the floor, and just hang out for the last hour of PAX. I thought the panels were really good. I am disappointed about the business one because I wanted to go to that one, but I was unfortunately busy. And I really hate it when they put a really good title in a panel, and you're like, I really want to go to this panel, and it's not what you expected.
Yeah, so. I think the best way to describe at least the panels that we all went to were that we were looking for, or at least Kira and I mean, Fuzzy, I went to the same one with Fuzzy on the modded Minecraft, and that was more for me to go. It was like I wanted to go there because I knew that was where the modded Minecraft community was going to be for a little while, kind of in a room. So it's like getting to talk to, getting to experience a little bit of that modded Minecraft stuff again. But then also it was that particular one led to some other fantastic connections and networks that I had absolutely no idea were going to happen this weekend, and led to some really cool stuff. So that is, I think it's just never knowing what's going to happen. But as far as like from the streaming aspect, the educational ones, again, I think really there's going to be some good stuff coming down as people continue, as more data continues to come out about everything that's going on. There's going to be a lot of good things that start showing up at these for panels and discussions. So.
Okay. Let's see. Do we have any questions from anybody? I didn't see any in chat. So,
there's not many questions, if any.
So what was our next topic?
The next one is the merchant experience of PAX, because TwitchCon was quite the merchant experience. So,
As far
as TwitchCon's merchant experience sucked
as
badly.
As far as not having to wait in line for
2015.
As far as not having to hang in line for 5 hours to get
I really wanted
something.
a
So
purple. No.
Twitch Con, I did not attend.
Yeah.
I did see all the tweets about hanging in line to try to get merchandise, so I know it was a big pain in the rear end. So here at PAX, I have bad reading vision, so I actually could not read the effing map in the guide because I could not read the index or the numbers on the little boxes. However, they did have some things in big print, but when I'd walked in, I said, okay, where's the merch booth? And they pointed to this thing right at the entrance that's got this huge line past where my webcam shows, just humongous. I'm like, okay, but the guidebook says it's here way at the other end of the hall. And Kira's like, no, it's not. It's over there. I'm like, yes, it's here. Look.
Yeah.
So we went there, and there was like hardly any line.
Yeah.
I mean, literally walked in, grabbed our stuff, and gone in 15 minutes max.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, you had everybody else at the entrance standing in line for 2 hours. So my merchant experience was great because I picked the right merch booth to go to. But I guess what that tells you is look at the guide and see if there's more than one at least. I don't know. But, Kira?
So the merchant experience, I feel, was actually really, really good. I was confused at the fact that there were 2 merch booths. I could understand them wanting 2 merch booths just to prevent what happened at TwitchCon happening here, because, I think there's more people that come to this convention than goes to TwitchCon for sure. But here's the thing: the booth at the front, like as you go into the expo hall, that booth was called the Merch Light booth, and it had like the sign above, and everything else was behind the cashiers, and so they had to get the stuff that you wanted and ring you out. And then at the one in the back, you could actually pick up your stuff and go to the cashier and check out, which is really, that to me, I understand that maybe they didn't want to take up the space in the front hall, the hall that you go into for going into the expo area, but to me, that's, I don't know, I felt like that was like weird. That was just,
right.
The lines moved really fast, and it was really great. It was a good experience.
I think the merchandise thing has to do with the number of people that are there.
Yeah.
The perspective is that the lines are going to be shorter and move faster because there's just less people. Because I think back to PAX Prime, and I think about the merchandise lines for PAX Prime.
Actually, that moved pretty fast.
It moved fast, but it was still long.
Yeah, it was very long.
It still was a very long line.
And there were multiple booths there.
Yeah, so it's just a matter. I think it's a matter of scaling, and I think PAX knows it has the best options possible. The thing that always freaks people out is there's a fear of running out of certain things. Mm-hmm. And so first thing that a lot of people do is they run right to the merchandise because they're going to make sure that they got the things that they want so that it's not lost. And that created a bottleneck at 10 o'clock in the morning on Friday morning. Mm-hmm. When people are trying to get into the expo hall and half the people are suddenly in this long line for merchandise. Yeah. And then on top of it, once you're into the expo hall, you got to
get past
scale the Twitch booth. So it's like it just there were some bottlenecks in. I don't have a problem with the merchandising. It's more it's people movement, and I will say those enforcers that they have at these conventions that keep people moving or try to keep people moving in a lot of places, they do a fantastic job, and they're all volunteers. And guys, if you want, I mean, and they say this, and it's like, if you want to go to a convention like this with PAX and want to help, that's a fantastic way to like help with that type of stuff, to be an enforcer, to help out, to learn that type of.
Yeah, but I think
It's like-
that would be something good, like after
Yeah.
your first year.
After your first,
attending.
yeah, go and experience it for yourself. You know,
Yep.
go and be an attendee. So, but as far as like the swag, you know, I guess I don't buy stuff from the vendors that often, even inside, like just because it's stuff. I don't need stuff. I just kind of, it's nice to have a T-shirt. It's nice to have something that will give me some sort of memory. And this time I spent a little bit. Thank you. I was able to do that. So, I don't know. I don't have any problems with it. I thought it was fine. So.
Yeah.
Um.
I mean, there were also merchants inside the expo
Mhm.
hall, and I actually got to, experience that, and that was pretty smooth as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would definitely say that if you are able to go for all the days of a convention, go to those merchants the last day, because there's no lines at those merchants.
Yeah.
Are we ready to go to the next?
Yeah, but one thing that brought up on swag
Yeah.
was you do have a giveaway at some point, so I just started Nightbot so he can run his giveaway command.
Oh, okay.
Sweat.
Yeah. So do you want me to talk about what I'm giving away?
Oh,
Sure.
Real fast.
yeah.
Real fast.
Whenever you want to do it, we can do it. All right. So the best thing about PAX, the best. You want to get socked in the mouth? Because I'll literally put a sock in your mouth.
Wow.
So
Your sock?
Would you stop? Make sure it's extra smelly. So, the thing about this PAX is, when you go to PAX, you usually get something called the swag bag, and inside the swag bag, there's some goodies that you can, just take with you. So most of it's fluff and crap that you could save it for sentimental reasons. I've saved all my swag bag stuff, but really it should probably just be thrown out because it's nothing except ads. But the swag bags this year gave you a coupon to be entered into a raffle to get free stuff, like free merch from the convention. Anyways, basically I went up there and I was like, I'm gonna get a scarf or a poster or some stickers, or I'm gonna get something really cool because on this thing it says there's no crap. Well, unfortunately, what I got, I'm not gonna be able to use it, so we're giving it away for somebody who's interested in it, and I'm covering this on purpose, just in case. This is called the PAX South 2016 Prize Pass, and it's a $5 gift card for the Penny Arcade online store. So if you guys like Penny Arcade and you like their stuff, this is a $5 gift card for the store. You have to use it in the online store. I couldn't use it here at the convention. So it's a code that you put in to redeem stuff.
So keep talking. I'm going to go find your tweet where you talk about it.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to copy and paste that link into the chat so that people can actually go and see
what I'm talking
what
about.
you're talking about.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a really cool idea, and actually I thought that the line to the raffle was going to be really long. It was right next to the merch booth light area, but it was really super fast. I mean, we didn't stop for a second. It just kept moving and moving and moving. It was really good. So anyways, there's the link.
There's the link, and we're not going to do the giveaway right this moment. We're going to talk about our next topic, and during that time, if you want to go look and see what it is, you can look and see if you're interested.
Okay.
So, what's our next topic?
The next topic is the expo floor.
Okay, so the expo floor. Lots of stuff there. You had everything from, this is PAX, it's all about gaming, it's not just video gaming. There were lots of booths with card games, there were lots of booths with video games, there was a booth for gamer furniture. They had special tables, that you would use for your card games or your D&D sessions, and that. You then had some informational booths. Nerd Fusion actually set up a booth with a very small lounge, which is where I hung out for some time. I actually sat with Dead Pine for about an hour yesterday because my legs were killing me, and he didn't feel so hot after partying it up the night before, so we sat together on the couch and chatted, which was good. Now, Dead Pine's another streamer that if you're not following, you really should. He's very good. But, uh, we chatted. I got to meet Bacon Donut. I did not hug him. I just shook his hand. I did the same thing with Sevidus, Dan's Gaming, all the big people in Nerd Fusion. But it was also a good booth to actually come and meet other people by tweeting out, "Hey, I'm going to be at Nerd Fusion for the next 20 minutes or so. If you want to meet me."
Right.
And so I'm actually really glad that Nerd Fusion did set that booth up. Even though it was tiny and there wasn't a lot of seats, it was a good meeting spot. It was a good place to see them. It was a good place to meet other streamers. I think that's where the Build Guild held their meetup. It was very good. So we'll go to it's Dan's turn this time.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
Okay. Expo floor was clean and manageable. We've talked about, I mentioned the Twitch booth. The location of the Twitch booth is both wonderful and infuriating at exactly the same time. It was literally the first booth that was right inside the door, but it also led to a bottleneck of everybody wanting to stand around the Twitch booth because your favorite streamer is going to be hanging around the Twitch booth, and so it was both good and bad. The rest of the floor was actually a lot of fun. Like I said, a lot of indie games were there, and I actually had more fun walking up and down the small booth aisles than going to the bigger ones. I'm not a tech person either, but there was Alienware, Astro Gaming, all the Resurrects, all those peripherals and technology and Intel and all that stuff. That doesn't speak to me, but they were there. I didn't even walk by those booths. The biggest booth was Grey Goo and Dreadnought, and sadly I didn't even end up playing it. I was doing other stuff. But as far as just the types of the floor, it was easy to navigate, and we were able to talk to some really good people, and was actually, because the whole convention was small enough, you could still say, "Oh, I'm in the back," and get to the back pretty quickly, or "I'm in the back," and "Hey, there's something that you need to do up at the front," so you could get to the front somewhat too. So that wasn't bad. So what about you, Kira?
Okay. I actually have a couple thoughts on the expo hall and how it looked and everything. They actually changed it from last year. I don't know, they changed it from last year. And if anybody knows anything about getting a booth at a convention, you'll know that the top spot in an expo hall is the one right next to the entrance, right? So PAX South is small, and there, like Dan said, there weren't very many big titles there, So Twitch was right at the front as opposed to PAX Prime. The thing is, though, the way they had it laid out last year, it was pretty terrible because everybody said, "Let's meet at the Twitch booth," and it created a really bad bottleneck last year. And nobody could get past it. The enforcers had to get really mean and nasty and tell people to keep moving along. It wasn't a bottleneck this time, I saw.
And the reason that it wasn't, was that the way the layout was set out last year was that Twitch was in one corner, and Grey Goo was on the opposite side, parallel to each other.
Yeah, but also at the same time, and then it's different because Grey Goo and Dreadnought were side by side together, like you said, but Grey Goo also had demos. You could play Grey Goo. Here here it was just a competition that they were showing.
Oh yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
So, but I don't know, it was really good, and I did like the smaller booths because they were spread further apart. They actually opened up the floor more so they could spread out the booths a little bit. And you could actually stop and look at all of the those are the indie developers. You could look at their stuff and like actually chat with them and not feel like you're like clustered into this tiny little thing. So that was really, 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 really nice. And then what else? What else did I want to say? Oh, I didn't notice this last time, but I thought it was really cool. Was the oh my god, what is it? Oh, when you walked in and to the left, there was like a huge area that you could sit down and watch people play games, and like they had them on the big TVs. Who was that? It wasn't Alienware, because was it Alienware that had that section? Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, the PAX Arena? No, that was brand new this year.
That was brand new.
That was brand new to PAX South. Was that they had competitions of games going on. PAX was putting this on a big PAX Arena, so they were doing their own competitions throughout the day. And that was something that was new. So it's kind of picking up on the whole, like the other convention. Like, I don't know if you remember, if you got to that part at PAX Prime, where it was at the back of the bigger half, there was a whole competitive esports area.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of like there was it just bringing a little bit of an esports feel to to PAX South too. And that was, I mean, I didn't sit and watch, but you know, it was crowded. I mean, it was busy. There was a lot of activity going on the whole time, and it was neat to have for those people that are into that type of stuff.
It was PAX Arena and Geico Gaming, just like the insurance
branding.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. I thought that was awesome, and I also liked. And I'm gonna say this: I like that there's more exposure to indie devs, to indie games. I like that.
Yeah, and you know, you heard me say I figured out I'm a very particular gamer, but I too enjoyed the exposure to all those smaller indie developers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was pretty good. The only complaint I have about some of these that's the expo hall, and we don't have this. So can we talk about like the layout of the convention center in terms of like where the panels were, and like the gosh, what do you call them? Well, you know, you can have your DS and stuff, but I forget. Like it's like the
lounges.
The lounges and everything. Like, what were your guys' thoughts on those?
Okay, so for me, layout of the expo hall and the convention center. You know, the last convention I went to was actually Cisco Live in Orlando, Florida, at the Orlando Convention Center. And the Orlando Convention Center is basically this big-ass long building. You know, it's just this big, huge, long building.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I walked in, registration is here. And you guys can't see me, but my arm is way off the desk, okay? And the first panel I wanted to go to was here. Way past where you can see me. And, you know, you had to do a lot of walking there. So I was kind of expecting the same thing here, and that is kind of what we had. The thing I did like about this convention center, though, is it wasn't just this long, straight building. You know, it's multiple floors, and they're all in the general same area. So I didn't think that was too bad. Like when I went to the modded for Minecraft, it was literally just go up an escalator from the expo hall, walk down the hall a little bit, and I was there. Great, awesome. Lounges, places for me to sit and rest, very few to be found. I did not like that part. I mean, yeah, they had lounges, but like the Beanbag Lounge was way off in a corner that, unless you knew where it was, you wouldn't even find it, to be quite honest. You know, Discord had a lounge, but Discord was actually put in with the LAN area because they were providing voice chat, and they just kind of squeezed them into this little tiny area. And so, I mean, I don't know that I would call it a lounge. They had like 2 chairs and a TV that they're playing retro games on. To me, that's not a lounge. A lounge is a decent-sized area with, that people can sit. Now, I fully expect that even with that size lounge, with convention as big as uh, PAX is, that they would be full. And I get that, and I'm fine with that.
There's a
But like I said, finding places where I could sit and relax my legs to take the pressure off were few and far.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't impressed with how much lounge type areas they were.
there's. Let's see if I can go ahead. Or did you
Yeah.
jump
No,
in
go
first?
ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm
Um,
listening.
They have their resting and getaway lounge. PAX does as a whatever. It's like their escape room. Basically, it's like their escape room. They've always talked about that, and it's on their thing. It's like if you need to get away and just have a little break, we have this lounge set up for you. Problem is it's not conducive to the floor. To the floor. And this was the same thing that they had at the other conventions. Is it's a place, but it's not always. It's not next to the expo floor. If you need to get away, it's like for somebody who is physically needing a break, there's not a place. For somebody who may need an emotional break, that's fine. You can go up there and you can take a break. But as far as like rest points and that type of stuff, or if you're on the expo floor, you just need a place to sit down for a couple of seconds, and it's not there. But that's the same thing with pretty much any of these conventions, unfortunately. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my comment is it's not there at all. Like I said, with how big the con is, I expect any seating to be full. I really do.
Right.
But it just wasn't there at all. And that was frustrating for me.
Mm-hmm.
One of the problems I have with the physical limitations I have is I literally cannot sit on the floor. I can kneel down, but that gets very uncomfortable after a few minutes. So I can't just sit there and go literally sit on the floor by a wall. My body doesn't bend; it won't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I need like a chair to sit on.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, when I'm trying to rest my legs, I don't care if it's a hard bench. I just need some place to be able to sit.
Right.
And the expo hall pretty much had nothing. And there were a few benches here and there where all the panels were, but there weren't a lot. And so I really wish there were more places that were available for you to sit and rest if you needed to sit and rest.
Yeah, the expo hall actually had some tables and chairs in it. I don't know if you saw that. It was by the marketplace, which is all the way in the back.
But it was all the way in the back, and it was where they wanted people to eat.
Yeah, it was where they wanted people to eat. But at the same time, I mean, it was there. It wasn't sectioned off, but it was kind of hidden behind the booths.
I must have missed the unsectioned off part, because the only part I saw to get in, you had to go into the marketplace. Now, granted, you didn't have to buy food.
Yeah.
But you had to go into the marketplace, and that's one of those things. I'm not going to walk into a restaurant, just sit down in a booth and say, okay, I'm just resting.
Right.
And that was, it had the, even though it was very casual, that was the type of appearance it had.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it was kind of hidden.
It was hidden, and I will give you that too.
Yeah. But, I mean, it was there, and, but I agree that there needs to be that AFK room. Like, if you look at the map, the handheld lounge, which is where you take your DS and everything, and you sit on the beanbags, is big. It's like big, much. It's like 3 times the size of the AFK room.
Yeah.
So if they could have, I mean, they could have made the AFK room a lot bigger, But no, I mean.
Now, don't get me wrong about the complaining. By the way, I did still find the layout of this to be much better than the Orlando Convention Center.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the way that this convention center is set up, it's set up really nicely.
Yes.
And it's the convention center itself. It's not necessarily what they put in there. It's the center itself. It's set up nicely.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bathrooms, which is really nice.
Yes, there are a lot of bathrooms, which I did find nice.
And there's, very convenient escalators.
Yes.
Placed all the way around. But I don't know, it was really, really nice. I feel how they had that. And plus I have to say that my favorite part of the whole setup that they had is the tabletop gaming area.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was cool.
Yes.
'Cause
I think we're all nerds, or we wouldn't be streaming.
that's true.
I'm not
Don't let him lie to you guys.
I'm
Did
so
you?
not a nerd.
Don't let him lie. Djibouti Dan is just as much a nerd as all of us. Have a good night, Fal.
Night, Val. Have fun at work tomorrow. Sorry. Night.
So should we just go to the next thing?
Yep.
All right, so let's just kind of lump this together. Meeting new people and meeting old people, older, people that you've met before. I shouldn't say meeting.
Yep.
But and then fun experiences that we had.
Okay, I'll go first. So, again, this is my first gaming convention. This is my first convention even related to Twitch. Any of that stuff. Hey, look at what Minecraft and Dad said before you say you're not a nerd. Come on. Bye, Fal. I mainly came to PAX South because I wanted to meet the streamers that I know and support on a regular basis. 2 of them are sitting here. There's a few others, but that was my main purpose for coming to PAX South. I will tell you it turned into much more than that. I can't go into any details, but if things pan out, this was well worth the cost. And there's going to be very exciting things coming to my channel. And as you guys know, I'm primarily a mod and a viewer on Twitch. I'm not a streamer at this point. Yes, I have streamed a few times. I finally got my system to where it would work. But this honestly is something that could put me into streaming. And streaming on a regular basis and being a streamer. Now, whether it would be something that I do as a full-time, probably not. But, it's there. And very exciting. And part of that, though, was, as far as fun times. I went to lunch with the FTB team. I literally sat next to Slowpoke, who is the head of FTB. And fangirled like crazy. Now, I don't know if you guys saw my Twitter picture on Friday night about my ecstatic face. I mean, that is the emotion I showed through the whole thing. But I was fangirling like crazy, to tell you the truth. I did not expect to be, talking to Slowpoke, talking to T-Fox, talking to Direwolf, any of this. And that's something that this made happen. I also got to meet a lot of streamers that I didn't know. I got to meet other mods that I didn't know. And, start to build up some more connections within the Twitch community. And to me, that's just awesome. And that's part of why I said at the very beginning, this is going to be a yearly thing for me. We'll see about the other cons, but this is going to be a yearly thing to come to PAX South.
The beard does hide a lot of emotion.
Actually, without the beard, I hide a lot of emotion. I have a shirt that's very worn out, so I don't wear it in public anymore, that has a picture of a cat looking at you.
Did we go offline?
No, we did not go offline that I can tell. Let me look.
No, I'm still
That was
online.
weird. Okay, must have been me. Carry on.
And each face is the same, and it goes happy, mad, sad, glad, etc. Thank you, puppies. I like my beard too. Unfortunately, it's got to get shaved off when I get back to grow out again, because my work, my place of employment, where I make my money, does not like it when I let it grow out too far. But it'll grow back, and it actually goes in cycles throughout the year. I shave it off, it grows back. They start telling me I look shaggy, and I shave it off again. So it probably gets shaved off it actually gets shaved off about once a month, and it always grows back because I have a very fast growing beard. So, now the networking here is awesome. If you are a streamer, a potential streamer, you want to get to a convention in order to network and find other people similar to you that can help you, that can assist you, that can be supportive, etc. And I really wasn't expecting that when I came here, but well worth it. So, Kira.
My turn.
Yes.
So.
Always looking at me like, ha ha.
So actually, this was my first convention having somebody other than my sister come. She didn't come for TwitchCon, but my mom came, and it was really cool because I was able to use all of the networking I had done in previous conventions to help her out with her goals for this convention. And it was really, really cool because I felt super helpful and very awesome because I knew people, and I could confidently go up to them and say, hey, give them a hug, how you doing? And they're all like, it just felt good to be able to go up to them and do that, and then get her the direction that she needed to go to for her goals. But for me, I don't know, like there have been a lot of really fun experiences during this convention. I got to meet a lot of new people, and see familiar faces, which is actually one of the most exciting things about coming to the convention. But one of the funnest things for me that happened this convention, and it's going to sound so stupid, it was actually probably the most hilarious thing ever, was during the Twitch party, when we couldn't hear anything. So we just started tweeting to each other.
Yes.
I thought that was super fun. Because it's like, it's what you make of it, right? This whole experience is what you make of it. And if you're not trying to find something fun and positive in every single thing that you go to, then fuck it, you probably shouldn't go to a convention. I mean,
yeah. No, they had a band at the party, and I think the band was a decent band, as far as their musical ability. But they really desperately needed a sound engineer because their volume was cranked up so loud that you literally could not figure out what they were playing because it was so loud.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was a lot of fun. I don't know. I feel like overall I had a really good experience with it. Someone new who I met. I'm trying to think of all the people the new people that I met, and trying to think, if I fangirled over any of them, like how Fuzzy fangirls, because you can see he's fangirling right now.
He's still thinking about it.
Yeah. I don't know, because I feel like I met a lot of really nice people. And I feel like that they were all awesome and very down to earth, but I didn't really fangirl like the first convention I did.
Yeah.
Although I have to say it was really fun to meet Jack LaFear.
Yeah.
Just because I got to tell him how I felt about his podcast, and he actually was really open to that communication. So that was really nice. I don't know. I had a good experience.
Yeah. So, okay. So I didn't see meeting new people and fun moments. I think the most fun. Friday night at the Twitch party, let's be honest, there was a lot of salt at the Twitch party.
Yeah,
yes.
There
was a lot of salt. You guys saw a lot of salt from us.
Right.
And like I've said, I don't want to. I'll spend some time talking about that in a different place. But then finally, when we all decided to put the salt aside of us and make the best out of a situation and still have fun at it, that was a lot of fun. And eventually, things kind of changed throughout the whole night. So, it was salt. Yeah, just throw that salt out. There was a lot of salt that night. The thing, it's not necessarily one particular moment, but it's an experience that always keeps me humbled. Is that every time when I go to somewhere, when I'm talking to someone, I guess you'd say that would be further up the chain, right? I'm happy to talk to them. But when I talk to somebody who is appreciative of what I do or what I bring to the table, or that is the moment that makes my heart grow 3 inches too big for my chest. It's like, that's the thing that I'm like,
that sounds painful.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm the Grinch. So it's like, it makes me feel that fills me up. I guess is what I'd say. That helps fill me up and make me happy. The other one is when you see someone who has, I guess you'd say, I'll tell you honestly, the person that I was the most happy to see was not somebody famous, was Crystal Goins, who's a longtime mod and Twitch supporter of a whole lot of people, and who has gone through all kinds of stuff. And it's just, she was such a part of the family and has always been behind the scenes and never shown her face for a long time.
Yep.
But to see her progression in her life, to be willing to come out from behind anonymity and step into the community and know that made me, she was the person that I honestly was the happiest to see, because I was just happy. It's like meeting a family member that you've always wanted to meet, and it's not even somebody that's not even. It's not like seeing Bacon Down. It's not like meeting Tally. It's meeting somebody who's a part of your family and has been a part of your family for a long time.
Like one of the best things I think going to these conventions is having somebody say, "I'm here. Where are you? I went to meet you."
Right.
And it's somebody that has been in your channel and has been interacting with your community for so long that you want to meet them. I mean, I didn't get very many of that, but who I did get to meet, that's I think what makes the conventions really cool.
Yep. I agree.
It's family.
It's family. And so, Minecrafting Dad said something. Yeah, Wild makes for a good party. Yes, he does, Minecrafting Dad. Yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
Wild is one of the other people I got to meet and talk to and network with, and it was very good.
Spent way too many hours with that man this weekend. Way too many, I think.
So, how many more topics we got?
Let me see. Topics. Well, we can talk about the free swag.
I didn't pick up any free swag because I'm not a swag person.
Swag.
I know, swag. I know that. But
you didn't get any. Did you get like free lanyards?
I got one free lanyard that they handed us at registration.
Really fuzzy.
I bought a bag and a water bottle.
Well, you did get swag.
It wasn't free.
It was.
That wasn't free.
No.
I bought a bag and a water bottle.
No, but you did get free swag.
And
you got free swag at the Twitch Town Hall.
Yes, I did. I got a copy pasta pen that I don't get because I've never. I get it. Nobody has to tell me what it means.
Explain it.
You don't have to explain it to me. I just think it's stupid. That's my personal opinion. Other people love it. I did get a Twitch bag. It's sitting on top of my dresser over that away. Honestly, the best swag I got came from Kira's sister and her husband. And that is a one-up on cancer pen. That is an organization that they are trying to get started and get moving to help cancer people. And I'll post the link to that shortly. And I would like you guys to go take a look at what they are trying to do. They're still trying to build it. It's still very small. But to me, that was probably the best one, was to put that one up on cancer pen on my lanyard.
Are you getting emotional?
Yes.
So I need to hug you?
No, because
yes.
I'm making more emotional. And I'm getting emotional because actually I've had family members die from cancer.
I think we all can relate to that one. So it's a good cause for sure. Mm-hmm.
So give me a minute and I'll pull up the link and post it.
Who's supposed to go?
Actually it's Dan's turn.
So swag, like I said earlier, I'm not the biggest swag person. I like a couple of things. I got some pins, which was nice. Let's see. I got lanyards, got a bag, New bag. Got a couple T-shirts, which was nice, including this fantastic one from going to the mobile gaming panel, which was fantastic, and meeting the people there. So, and then bought a T-shirt as well. I just and honestly, most of that stuff has gone to my kids, so I'm not even bringing it back to the. Won't be bringing it back because I want to make sure that they enjoy what I get to enjoy something that I do. So,
Go away.
the bag, I'm like, I want to keep the bag because it's nice for a convention, but you never know when the next one is that you're going to get to go to. So, what else? That's probably it for me. This one's got more swag, so she's a swag queen. So.
Yep.
So I totally like getting free shit. I like it. And PAX, you get, well, not like literal shit,
Gross.
but at PAX, you get a lot of free stuff. A lot of it can be trash, and a lot of it can be pretty good stuff. This year, I got a lot of lanyards, and I love lanyards because they're the bomb. I got some pins, but the pins, some of the pins are really low quality, and they like fall off my bags and I lose them. So that's kind of a bummer, but I got a bunch of pins, I got a bunch of lanyards, though I think the coolest swag I got, besides posters, I got a poster, that would go in the trash pile. The coolest one I got was a mouse pad. I got a mouse pad from Geico Gaming, and it has a Minecraft gecko running, right, holding money. And it's really big. It's actually a really, really big mouse pad. It's like the size of your monitor there on your laptop. It's like the size of your laptop. So that was really cool. I'm trying to think about what else I may have gotten. I didn't get as much swag this PAX, opposed to like say TwitchCon or PAX Prime. But it was really nice. It was really, I don't know. I don't think I could have asked for much more. And then, of course, probably spent a $1 $2 at the merchant.
Yeah, I spent a lot at the merchandising booth that I wasn't prepared to do.
Yeah, that's not free stuff.
No, but it's still.
Yeah. And then I think, but you know what? My favorite lanyards, I got really cool lanyards, but my favorite lanyards came from Fuzzy. He got me a Skyrim lanyard and a Fallout lanyard.
Yep.
It was so cool.
See, I'm not a swag person, but I do help those that are swag people.
That's me.
Yep.
I'm a swag person. So yeah, that was good. All right. Should we go into final thoughts about,
Yes.
Yep.
about PAX?
So, my final thoughts about PAX, I'm kind of sad that it's over. Because it means I got to go back home, go back to work, and quit hanging out with awesome people. Not that I don't have awesome people at my place of employment, but they don't all share my interests, to be honest. But secondly, I'm also happy because my body hurts like hell. Honestly, when I did Cisco Live, that was a 4-day convention, and I literally did not attend the 4th day of that convention because all I could do was sit on the couch in my hotel room and do nothing because I hurt so much from all the walking I had to do. So I'm actually glad that this is only 3 days. I know PAX Prime or West, whatever they're calling it now, is 4 days. That's another reason why I probably won't do that one. But, like I said, I'm sad that it's over. I'm not going to, like I said, be around all these awesome people, but it was a very great opportunity and really enjoyed it. So it's your turn, Kira.
Oh, it's my turn?
It's your turn.
My final thoughts on this PAX is that, some things got better with this PAX South being compared to the previous PAX South. So that was really, really cool. And some things were kind of like, what is going on here? But that was very minimal. So it was a lot of fun. I think that it was a pretty successful PAX overall for everybody that went. As for me, I think I enjoyed the people that I hung out with and the people that I chatted with way like a lot like compared to the previous conventions I went to. I think that it was I don't know, there's just something more relaxing about this one than those. And it's more I guess like chill. So I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed spending time with Fuzzy, who I just don't spend time with ever. In fact, this is like the second time we've met in person, and the first time was so like brief.
It was a couple hours.
Yeah. Well, I mean, compared to
Yeah, no.
3 days, 4
Yes.
days. So, and and I don't spend much time with Dan.
No.
So even though we've seen each other quite a bit this past year. So, I mean, I don't know. It's just really cool to be able to come back and get rejuvenated and refreshed and excited again and motivated again about what we do and why we do it and what the fuck is it that we're doing. You have to get a clue as to what we're doing because we're pioneers. I mean, this whole thing is like PAX was not. I mean, it wasn't the first convention, but it was the first convention that did it right.
Yeah.
A gaming convention that did it right.
Yep.
So, are we doing what and then so is it like is what we're doing? Are we doing it right? It's all about learning.
Yeah.
And this is a great time to learn, and I don't know, and yada yada yada, so on and so forth.
Your ideas.
And I really enjoyed it. I'm just trying to fill some time in so Dan doesn't get to speak. But
You get to go last because you get the giveaway. So you can let Dan speak.
Okay. All right, Dan, go ahead and wait, but he won't let me speak. If that's the case, you'll start reading the Declaration of Independence.
I was honestly
and all that.
all score and 7
That's
years.
the Gettysburg Address.
In the course of human events.
Go ahead.
Fuzzy said something to me today that is, we were talking about something else. It's like with no expectations, you're not disappointed. Since I didn't know I was coming until Thursday afternoon.
Yeah, I have to say
that
we are very bad influences.
Yes.
The two of them and the other person is yes. So, without having any expectation of what was going to happen, I was not disappointed. At the same time, I didn't know how high, I guess it's how much I could get out of it, not having any expectations. I felt I got more than I could have ever dreamed out of this conference. And I've been to conferences before, I've been to these things before, but this one just, it was like everything clicked. Everything, all the efforts, all the thing, it just all clicked. And Fuzzy's breaking the hotel room. He's gonna lose his deposit now. It's gonna be horrible. So swag. But it's that combination of being exhausted and having adrenaline at the same time to want to get back and do what we've been doing. So honestly, I don't have anything else to say except, guys, just wait for the stuff that's going to come. It's going to be crazy. But I guess there's also just, there's just a lot of excitement and a lot of things. It's a new phase of, for all of us. It's kind of like change is coming. These things bring about change for all of us. We get jazzed up to want to refine what we're doing. And if you're not into change, well, you're just going to have to accept it and just expect it from us. So it's coming, though. But it's exciting stuff. So that's it. Except I'm going to keep talking so that Kira is not allowed to begin her stuff. So if I could talk about this fantastic
Well, I'm just gonna
you-
say
that we
that
were, talking
I have
about, and
something really important that I want to say.
Really important.
And
so, and then I'm
just gonna demod you.
Oh,
Now,
whoa.
and I'm gonna ban you from my channel, and that's happening. So,
aiming for my channel too.
so I'm just gonna say,
Mom,
for me,
friend.
it's all about what you can take from it. And it's all about the experience. What did I say? It was so perfect. It is what you make of it, right? So I don't know. It is what you can make of it, and if you make each convention, if you go into it saying I'm going to make this a better experience for myself than the one before it, it'll happen. You know. And if anybody else tries to ruin that, then fuck them. Can I swear in it? Yeah.
Yes, I'm mature.
Mature streamer.
Yeah.
I don't intend to swear on my channel, but you never know what might happen, so I marked it mature.
Oh, that's a good idea. You might see lewd things.
Time out for Kira.
You-
15 minutes. You guys gotta wait 15 minutes. She's been timed out.
But seriously though, it is what you make of it, and I think that this one was pretty dang good. I think we made it really good. So who wants a giveaway?
I got to figure out and make sure we can get Nightbot to do this right.
The giveaway.
If it goes wrong, blame Nightbot.
Yes, if it goes wrong, it's all Nightbot. So
Praise the worm.
Oh my God, God's knowledge.
Da-da-da.
That's true.
Okay.
Oh, also follow us on Twitter because there are really big things coming up
Yes.
that we can't discuss right now.
Mm-mm.
But the wheels are in motion. Follow us on Twitter and follow us on Twitch. And if you don't want to follow myself or Dan, just follow Fuzzy because we want to get his channel going. Because we all want to see a little more Fuzzy.
Random number.
Oh, sure. I like it.
Here we go.
Each user gets unlimited guesses, so we're going to be spamming my channel.
I think I need to say again what we're giving away here.
Yep.
We're giving away a $5 gift card to the Penny Arcade online store. And it's a thing that you put in at the end that it takes the $5 out.
So I'm going to go ahead and start the giveaway. It's a random number. I'm not sure how this is going to work. This is the first time I've actually used Nightbot to do a giveaway. But it does says you get unlimited entries, so you're going to be spamming my channel a bit. However, be careful, you don't want to get global banned. So here we go. So basically it's going to be a number between 1 to 100. Whoever gets it first gets the giveaway.
Woo! And if you get it, I'm just gonna let Fuzzy be in charge of giving you the info.
Okay. Okay, God's knowledge. You entered a little soon, so try again.
It doesn't tell him that. It doesn't tell him if he got it.
So I know. It just
42.
that's always my first guess. Come on, that's the answer to life, the universe. Yay! Apollo got it. Woohoo!
Oh, wow!
Correct.
Apollo, congratulations. I'll get you the info out as soon as I can. It'll probably honestly be tomorrow, but if you do not hear from me, ping me. I know you follow me on Twitter and all that. But I will get you the information.
Woo! Congratulations!
Congratulations, and yeah, that was fast.
That was really. You know what? I've had it last for about like freaking 20 minutes, man. And people just spamming numbers, and you're like, you already said that one. That was a loser. Don't put it in there again. And then it's like, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Start giving them hints.
Yeah, I'm like, it's somewhere in between the numbers 48 and 50.
And they'd say 52.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I said that once.
175.
Probably.
849.
So, anyhow, that's pretty much the end of what we wanted to talk about. Before we end the stream, I do want to ask if there's any questions from anybody out there before we end. And we get to wait for the chat delay now.
Yeah. And please do feel free to ask any questions. Like,
Yeah.
even if you think they're stupid, my favorite saying that I had always hated and forever will hate is there's no stupid questions, only stupid answers. So I want to give you guys all the stupid answers I can to go along with your stupid questions. So, so ask them, please.
You can ask any question, God's knowledge. I mean, preferably kind of related to Twitch and gaming, but yeah, you can ask any question.
Yeah, any question.
Favorite food?
Torchy's tacos.
Torchy's tacos.
Torchies.
I had to introduce both Dan and Kira to them since Dan never got to them while he was living in Dallas. And, of course, Kira doesn't live here in Texas. But Torchy's tacos are the most awesome tacos in the world. They even say so themselves, but they're not lying when they do that. They're not Mexican food, but they are damn good tacos. And again, that's something else they say.
Yeah.
Did we do the Riverwalk thing? I kind of did it because I got drug along, but if I hadn't got drug along, I wouldn't have gotten some networking that was very interesting.
Riverwalk thingy? Is that like where you walk
That's
along the river?
the walk along the river.
Oh, I did that last year. I kind of walked along the river to find a restaurant. That was my Riverwalk thingy this year.
Here, I'll give you all the Twitter links.
Yes, I did the Riverwalk because I was with Fuzzy when he got drug along with us.
Yeah, the Riverwalk's really pretty though.
Yeah.
Yes, it is very pretty.
And it's warm. It was warm here, so it was sunny, and did not feel like the end of January.
In
at
the
all.
70s?
And it's 70 and then 80 today, so.
It was, oh my gosh. Beautiful.
Subserver for FTB Infinity.
Subserver for FTB Infinity. I'll put it this way. If I get to the point that I am a partnered streamer, I will put up a subserver for FTB Infinity. But you got to realize, more than likely, FTB Infinity will be old news by that point.
Womp, womp, womp. Wait. If Das Valdez could get partnered in 3 months.
Das Valdez is an awesome streamer and an awesome educator.
You're saying you're not?
And I don't know yet if I'm an awesome streamer. I do know I'm a shitty educator.
Oh, well. Maybe that'll still be entertaining.
A submarine server? Yes, a submarine server. So yes, for FTB Infinity. If you're on a submarine, they'll let you have a server. So let's see if the subserver. That's all I have. Bad jokes. I'm tired. Exhausted. Leave me alone.
So on the Twitter links I'm putting in, the only one that's slightly different than the Twitch name is myself.
Oh, I mean.
What?
What?
So there are the Twitter links for Kiraeyl, Djibouti Dan, and myself.
Yep.
Yeah. And hopefully I didn't put a comma in. As I had mentioned earlier, my reading vision is not the greatest, and I tend to make typos in chat now because of that.
Can I just say that one of the most humorous moments there's a lot of humorous moments in this convention, but and someone's gonna probably smack me for saying this, but when Aurelian got trolled
Oh, that was
at
awesome.
the town hall,
That was awesome.
that was the slow realization when it came over her face of what was happening, and then her finally saying, "Do we have a cane or something in here?"
Yeah, that's a whole nother adventure right there.
That was yeah. No, you can watch it. I think
You'll
they
have
taped
to.
it.
I think they taped it. You would have to go watch the Twitch Town Hall VOD. It's kind of hard to explain, but it was very humorous.
It's on VHS. It's on VHS. So
Yes, Aurelian did get trolled.
it was. Well, the thing is, I don't know if they had the video of the question askers during that, but yeah, it was.
She did not only get trolled one time. She got trolled multiple times.
Repetitively.
Yep.
So, man.
So, any other questions before we sign off, guys? I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss any. So, favorite food, subserver, what are our Twitters? Did we do the Riverwalk?
Oh, sorry.
Alright, well, I have my flight
Yeah.
super
Yep.
early
I
tomorrow.
gotta sleep.
I just have to get my stuff.
That's your favorite moment, in fact? Can we go over that?
Favorite moments?
Favorite moments we didn't really go over,
No,
but
I mean, we-
my favorite moment was fangirling over a hamburger with the FTB team. Seriously.
Favorite moment?
I'm blocking your
I
head
don't want to
again.
say I
think.
don't have one, but it's like I can't process it still. There's not one that comes specifically to the top. Like game wise.
Well, like I said, honestly, for me,
I didn't play any games.
I didn't play any because
weekend.
none of them really interested me.
Well, can I
Yeah,
mention
but-
something?
Kira.
I play games at the cons. I try to play the games at the cons if I can get to them. But first, I'm going to say my favorite moment at PAX was when I saw the realization on my mom's face was that, wow, this is actually something. Because you don't know the amount of criticism that a person can get for being a streamer.
Yep.
And not understanding it. And
Well, this is why I'm a mature channel. There are people that literally think streamers are middle-aged guys like myself that still are not married, still are virgins, live in our basements with our mothers, and are pedophiles.
yeah.
And there is that perception out there. Now, I don't say that to say that Kira's mother thought that, because I know she didn't.
Yeah, she thought I was a pedophile.
But people don't understand streaming.
She didn't. Yeah, no, I mean, there's just a lot of misconceptions out there.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to see her seeing the hard work that I have put into this and seeing what exactly came out of it. So that was my favorite moment. Mm-hmm. There's no no.
That's not.
No.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on from that.
We're going to move on because
The game wise, though, I did get to do a demo for Tiny Build.
Yeah.
And it was the Space Janitor one. I don't know if anybody knows about this game. I forget.
I saw it. It looked cute, but it didn't look like it was something I really would play.
Yeah. So what it is it's basically a throwback to the older games where it was what is it, 8-bit, 16-bit, really
8-bit.
Very throwbacky. And the thing is I probably, if I were to stream it, I would have to be on my deathbed wanting to stream so I could stream something that wasn't too thought intensive or really serious. And I probably, that's really probably a very harsh way to say it, and I didn't want to say it like that. But no, it's a really lighthearted game. This is what I'm trying to say. It's a really lighthearted game that is fun, but is short.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Can I redact that last thing that I said?
Yes, you can redact it.
Okay, I'm gonna redact that part
I can go play some
about.
copyrighted music and get it muted.
Could you?
Yeah, I actually could.
Or I could just sing.
I don't know if it would pick up on your voice.
The problem is I don't know where it would mute it.
That's true. So but it was really short. It was cute. It was short, and I just don't. Yeah, I don't know. I think I played on my own time, but Tiny Build's coming out with some really cool games. The Speedrunner game looked really cool.
Tiny Build had a couple of games that did look interesting to me.
I kind of wish I played the speedrunning game.
I know it's been out for a while. Party Hard looks like it'll be.
Part of the problem though with Tiny Build is one of the games that looked really interesting to me. I've already seen being played.
Sorry.
No, I haven't watched enough to get spoilers. To be honest.
Okay.
Not that I'm sure there really are spoilers. But it's Punch Club. Punch Club does look like something I would play.
We're gonna get back to it eventually, guys. Don't worry. Yeah.
I can tell you that I probably wouldn't stream it, but it definitely looks like a game I would play.
Yeah, I would enjoy. I would definitely enjoy the space game on my own time.
Yeah.
Not as a streaming game.
They had another one that looked interesting to me that isn't out yet, and they didn't even have a demo out yet, unless I probably said, "Hey, I'm a content creator."
Was it the truck game?
No, it was the train.
The train one, but
Oh.
I'm not even sure they had a demo of that. I
I
think they're just teasing it at this point.
maybe I meant train and I said truck.
Checking at tabletop games. I didn't.
I glanced at them, but I've never actually been a tabletop game person. But it looked interesting from what I did see.
The tabletop stuff was actually really pretty cool
Yeah.
on how they set it up. So like the tabletop area, there were like tons of tables, and they all had games on them. So you
Yeah.
could like just go in and just play whatever. But I think the smartest thing that they did was they put the tabletop merch in the same area.
Yes.
So you could actually go and play these games
And then walk over.
and then walk over and buy them. They also had them in the expo hall,
Yeah.
which was really a good idea too. So I don't know. It was really smart how they put that.
I always forget that, and I don't say forget because I'm not a tabletop gamer, but that there are just as many people who come here that have nothing to do with video games and come here specifically for tabletop.
Yes.
And the tabletop community and playing it and sit in our hotel rooms
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
in our hotel lobbies.
Yeah.
until
So
8 a.m. the next morning, eating Denny's across the street, playing tabletop games with friends that they haven't seen in weeks or months. You know that there's such a huge community of that just
Yeah.
you forget that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. We walked in at almost 2 a.m. last night, and the lobby literally was full of people playing tabletop games.
I just said you're a party animal.
I am a party animal.
That's I
I
am
believe it.
a party animal.
Yes, I
just
am.
the way you said I am.
So, any other questions before we go? Kira's got to get to bed soon because she's got to be up in a few hours.
Yeah, I gotta be at the airport at like 5:30.
Yeah. So 5.5 hours.
Yeah,
Which means you're going to get about 3 hours sleep.
because I still have to pack my stuff.
And as I said, you can always sleep on the plane, and you always give me a dirty look when I sleep.
Do I?
Yes.
Oh. Probably because I find it really impossible to sleep on a plane.
I do too.
It's impossible.
That's impossible.
Yes. So, okay, guys, that's it for the stream. Oh wait,
Oh.
did we get to check out any of the? No, I did not check out any of the virtual reality.
No.
I specifically didn't even look for it because that actually makes me physically ill.
I only got to see one virtual reality thing in there. I know that they were like advertising it and everything, but to be honest, I have no desire to do the VR stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
neither.
Yeah.
I told you guys I tried it at PAX Prime. I tried the Oculus Rift there, and was able to do that, and it just was not. I couldn't handle it. It just either it was the quality of the games that just it didn't fit it, but also it was the physical functionality of the machine itself for me in my eyes and glasses and all that type of stuff. It just didn't.
Yeah.
It just didn't work. So.
Yeah, until they start making it like better or cheaper, I won't be I don't want to deal with it.
And like I said, I've actually looked at VR stuff in the past, and it makes me physically ill to do anything remotely useful in VR. So, okay, with that, I think we're done. I appreciate everyone that attended. If you did like what you saw with me as a streamer, please follow.
No, don't just please follow. Do follow.
If you're not already following Dan and Kira, follow them as well. They are good and awesome streamers, and I'm proud to be a part of their community.
Guys, alright, last thing. This man has done so much for both of us. Me a lot less, but her for a lot longer. But has done so much for us that I really don't have words. I'm happy it's your birthday. I'm happy I get to celebrate it this weekend. I'm happy I got to be here. But dude, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Just
And you're welcome. I appreciate it.
Mhm.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. With that, we're going to say good night. Thanks for the good night wishes that I'm seeing in chat.
Good night.
Apollo, I have seen your messages about Gen Con. I'll try to remember and take a look at that. So, good night, everyone. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Oh, wait. Ow.
Ow, don't hurt
I'm
yourself.
sorry, my 21-year-old body can't handle it.
His name is
Bye, everyone.